The following feature presentation is part of the All for Sci-Fi Podcast Network.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
If you only knew the power of the dark side, Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No, I am your father. I'll be back.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. It's a trap! The needs of the many outweigh
the needs of the few.
for the one.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Live long and prosper.
Get away from her, you bitch! Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine? Out of a DeLorean?
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Take it away.
Goodbye.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Stop saying that! I see dead people.
So what?
I'm rude.
You said that.
Why so serious?
I volunteer as tribute.
What I do is not up to you.
Chewie. We're home.
I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
Wait. One with the Force. Welcome, everybody, to the All for Sci-Fi Weekly Webcast. I'm your host, Eric Walker, and next to me is...
Captain Rickster, Trickster, or don't call me late for dinner.
Don't call you late for dinner, or don't call you late for lunch.
Don't call
You
me
don't late for anything. Yeah, right? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Sorry about coming late. We got a late start today. We had some fires we have to put out with the window company. Here, I'm wearing the hat of the window company because I just got back. That was the reason why we were late today. The other thing is a few technical issues as well. But yeah, let's we're gonna have a great show today. We're gonna talk about the latest episode of Silo, which is episode 5. It's called The Janitor's Boy.
Yep.
Interesting title. Yes. Hello, everybody. Hello, Stan. Hello, Dante. They're here already. Wow.
Yes, they were here before we were.
Yeah, I see here. Stan Solo. Did Eric and Captain Rickster sleep in or something? Laugh out loud.
We slept in.
No, we had some fires with the window. See the hat? Window company. And then we did have a couple technical things, but
we're here.
But Silo is great. We're going to talk about that this latest episode. And how was your week, Captain Rickster?
My week was actually really good.
Okay.
Only problem is I'm tired.
Okay, well, there you go. It was a great week. Oh, the unboxing today is going to be from this is the Imperial, from the 50th anniversary. It's the Imperial Death Trooper. Also, the Lucasfilm's 50th collection. So we're going to unbox this bad boy, this Imperial Death Trooper. Does it say what movie it's from? It just kind of just says Imperial Death Trooper.
It's in the archives.
And it has a whole bunch of things on there, Star Wars stuff on the back, Rogue One. I guess it's appeared in a lot of things. So we'll unbox this today for the unboxing, and we'll go from there. So I hope you guys had a great week, everybody else out there. I hope Stan, you had a great week. I hope Dante, you had a good week as well. This week is also Memorial Day weekend out there, so we must remember the sacrifice that people made for us, for our country and our freedom here in the United States, and people abroad, like Stan. I don't know, Stan. Canada probably has a Memorial Day for its veterans.
For their own veterans, yeah.
Maybe Stan, you could let us educate us and let us know when the memorial, if you have a Memorial Day and what day it is in Canada. So I'm just curious. Oh, this week was a short week in Canada. Victoria Day last Monday. Okay.
Okay.
But if you got one, let us know. So Dante went on a train ride today.
Good.
At the Black River and Western Railroad. Cool.
Well, how black was the river?
That's awesome. So what's coming on sci-fi wise that we got to talk about? What's going on recently?
Man, who knows? I haven't been doing anything this week hardly.
Well, we got a bunch of announcements that we've been making every week. So because next week we have in June we have June 15th we have Star Trek Strange New Worlds. The latest trailer looks really good. I'm excited to see it. So we have that coming up June 15th. We also have that new Transformers movie coming out, right?
Yeah, next week.
And who can't forget Indiana Jones, baby?
Week after that.
Yeah. At the end of June, we have Dial of Destiny. And it's interesting because I was bagging on that name, remember? I was bagging on the name, like, why are you naming it Dial? Like you're going to dial an old phone or something like that? Or why are you naming it Dial? It's like, that's stupid. You know, and I was bagging on it. Why don't you change the name to like Will or something else? Or now I know, because in the trailer, it's obvious why it's called Dial of Destiny, because that's the thing, the artifact. The artifact that Indiana Jones is trying to find is the dial of destiny thing.
Yep.
So it makes perfect sense now that we have more context, and we saw a trailer, which is great. So we have that. What do we have now? Do we have stuff coming out in August or?
Yeah, it should be a Marvel movie coming out soon. Oh, Spider-Verse is coming up.
When?
Next month, I think. Yeah, next month.
Okay, cool. That sounds like that's going to be fun. What else? What else is going on?
We have I think there's 2 movies coming out in June.
Well, we got to review The Little Mermaid, because that technically is kind of science fiction, right? Because it's fake. And it's not. Wait a minute. Mermaids are real? No,
yes, they are.
We didn't have time to go see The Little Mermaid, but next week we will be doing a review of The Little Mermaid along with Silo and whatever else sci-fi that's coming out.
Well, next week we're going to be up in Longpoke.
No, that's the middle of June.
That's the following.
And other announcements too. We're in the middle in June. I believe it's we're going to be at Rocket Town Comic Con in Lompoc, which he mentioned. We joked about Rocket on a couple episodes back, but we're going to be there. That's June 10th and 11th, I believe. Whatever the weekend is, then, so it's not right away.
The weekend that comes out with the Transformers.
Right, Rise of the Beast. And then I'm going to be in London, in the London Film and Comic Con.
Following month.
In July, I fly out on July 5th. I arrive July 6th. I think it's the 7th, 8th, and 9th is the London Film and Comic Con. And then we're also shooting a documentary about Star Wars fandom and the Ewok movies. So we're participating in that, which is great. And what else? And hopefully I get to meet up with Warwick Davis and have dinner or something like that. I'm going to reach out to him. Since I'm going to be across the pond, I haven't seen him in a long time. So it's time to have a meeting.
Yep.
Speaking of that, I was just looking at my computer and who remembers the TV show Webster?
I do.
Okay. There I am.
There he is. Football
on the
kid.
show Webster with Emmanuel Lewis. That's the episode I did back in a year before I did the Ewok movie. You can see I have that same sort of look. But that was in 1983, the year before I did the Ewok movie.
Whatever happened to Webster? I mean, the little guy.
I think he really handled his money well.
Good.
He came from smart family, so he handled his money well, and he's doing really cool stuff. So, Spider-Man comes out June 1st. Thank you, Stan.
Oh yes, Spider-Verse.
Spider-Man verse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see that. All right, let's good. Let's just you want to do the unboxing? You want to talk about Silo?
Let's talk about
I
Silo
said
first.
Solo. Thank you, Stan. You're on the show, so I'm saying Solo instead of Silo.
Yeah, really.
You want to talk about Silo first?
Let's talk about Silo first.
Okay. Well, the latest episode. This show is getting intriguing.
Yes, very.
At all for sci-fi, as you know, we have a rating system of 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars is the best. If it's 3 or less, we don't recommend you stream it or go see it in the movie theater. The episode 5, The Janitor's Boy of Silo, gets an official all for sci-fi rating of 4.25 stars. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
I kind of liked it. I'm going to give it a 3.0 or 4. I mean, 4.
3.0. You're saying not to watch it.
I'm 4.330 is what I meant to say.
A little bit better than mine.
Yeah, there was a couple of tense moments in the movie, so that in TV shows, it wasn't too bad.
There was
So
some
I like
shocking. There was a couple shocking things that happened, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
The reason for the lower rating is because I like action filled stuff, and this episode was mainly. It's like one of those cross over episodes where it's trying to help the story go along, but it's boring, a little bit boring.
Yeah,
that's why I give it a lower rating. But the acting is great, the intrigue is great, the mystery is great.
Mhm.
Trying to find out what's going on
Yep.
with this Silo, and all these people are being murdered. In this episode, they discover who's been murdered, who murdered the mayor, who murdered the deputy.
Yep.
And the new sheriff got help, but the twist and turn, the part that made it get a 4.25 stars in my mind was Common, where
Common, yeah.
the guy, the person that they was actually working in cahoots with Common, who's one of this. We haven't really figured out who Common is, really, right?
No.
Yet,
we know his
he's
father
high
was
up.
a janitor, though.
He's high up, though. But the person who committed these murders for Common to try to for whatever agenda he has, he met with him and he ended up pushing. He murdered him.
Yeah.
And made it look like he committed suicide. That was intriguing. But this Common guy, I guess he's part of they're calling it the judicial.
Yeah.
Not jujitsu.
No, I didn't say jujitsu. I said judicial.
Sounded like you said it. Yeah. That's a hard word to pronounce.
Pronunciate.
Judicial. Yeah. So he's part of that system of the government in the Silo. It's a very intriguing thing.
It's very interesting.
The first couple episodes were a lot better, but this one was a little slow. That's why I gave it 4.25 stars. But basically, it takes place after the deputy was murdered, and they're trying to figure out who's doing all this. And the sheriff is this new sheriff from way down under, like they call them the down under. She's down at the bottom of the pit. She's smart. Well, she didn't come from there. She was an upper anyway.
Yeah, originally she was an upper.
She was an upper and couldn't take it and went down there as a kid because her mother died and her brother, and she couldn't take it.
Yeah, and her dad is a doctor up there.
Yeah, so she came from the uppers, even though everybody thinks she's a downer anyway.
Yeah.
She really is from the up. But so she took over the sheriff's thing, and the first couple of episodes just were more action packed, and that's why I'm an action guy, like I said, so I like action.
There was a little action in
there. Was
because she almost got thrown off herself, thrown off the balcony.
There was a tense moment when she discovered the janitor who was doing it, and she tricked him into showing up there, so she knew it was him.
Yep.
She sent out something about. And then he showed up anyway to try to cover up his tracks, and that's how she knew it was him. The janitor. It was the janitor the whole time, guys.
Yes. Always a janitor.
It's always a janitor. Captain Rickster, is it always you? No,
yes,
joking.
It is always me.
Yeah. Captain Rickster is our janitor at the window shop. He's always mopping and cleaning. He's such a great guy.
Yeah, that's right.
So okay.
So watch out.
Yeah, but what I mean, Solo's. It's not Solo. I said Solo again. Thank you, Stan Solo. Silo is it's still a good. I enjoyed watching it. I liked it still. But again, I'd like to have a little bit more. Go back to the action part of it,
Well,
and then you got me going.
We'll see what happens next week.
Oh, Stan says you're asking what happened to Emmanuel Lewis. He knows. He says Emmanuel Lewis Webster has his own record label called Flex Floss Entertainment. I think I've heard of that record label. Yeah, because I'm a musician. But I didn't know it was his. So, I know he was. I was friends with him for years later, and I used to go over to his house for dinner and hung out with him. And he had an older brother who had no issues with height,
Mm-hmm.
and they thought that he wasn't going to have a height issue. By the way, they thought because the younger brother, once he went through puberty, they were like late. They grew late, like they started growing when
Right.
they're 18, which is weird. So they said, oh, his older brother he was a little like Emmanuel Lewis, and then once he hit 18, he sprouted up and he was a normal size man.
Interesting.
And they said Emmanuel's going to do the same thing, but he didn't he got a little bigger, but not much.
Yeah, he was like
He's
4
still
feet.
very
He was
short.
Like,
Yeah.
he's a little under 5 foot though, right?
I don't know. He's considered the normal height as he's just a short man. He's not like Gary Coleman, even shorter.
Yeah,
or he's not like a little person,
right?
Like we know little people. So he's considered a normal height. Oh, Stan says I had to look it up. Laugh out loud.
Okay,
that's okay. Hey, thank you for
well,
giving us the info.
Thanks, yeah, for the info. True.
So the sheriff is discovering all this stuff out. The tense moment, like Captain Rickster mentioned, where she almost got knocked off and fell to her death as well. That was an intense moment.
That was a tense moment there.
And then he ran away. And then later,
after she broke his finger, he ran away.
Right, and then later he met up with Common, the head boss, who I guess he was the guy behind all of it, wanting to kill the mayor, wanting to kill the deputy all along, because maybe he's making a play to become the head of something. Who knows?
Oh yeah, we'll see.
And in fact, he wanted his boy to be the sheriff,
Mm-hmm.
and he's mad because his boy didn't get to be the sheriff.
That's right.
So he's setting up all this stuff, and we didn't know that he was the good dude behind the bad guy until he murdered the janitor who he had killing everybody.
Mm-hmm. His shadow.
All right, and he said, "Are you willing to be my shadow?" And he said, "Yes, I am. Are you willing to do anything for the silo, no matter what? Give up your life?" And then he goes, "Yes, I'm willing to." And then he knocked him over the ledge, and he fell to his death.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a great show. Still 4.25 stars. It's still above 4. I'm saving it. I'm hoping there's a little bit more action, a little bit more out. Oh, right at the end, there was something interesting on this week's episode of Silo. The sheriff went into the area where they could see outside the dining area where they eat. And this guy's always in there.
Oh, yeah. Always.
And she went over. He said, "Why are you?" The sheriff asked, "Why are you always in here?" And she went to go talk to him. He goes, "Come here. Let me show you." And he was studying the stars.
Mm-hmm.
And what I thought was interesting, he didn't know what the stars were. He goes, "What are those lights in the sky? Those are stars, dude. You guys are into Silo, and it's hundreds of years later. People don't know what stars are." And he goes, "And the stars keep repeating, and you see them. And it's like we're going around them. It's like we're so backwards that
well, they're backwards.
It's Galileo all over again, And that was kind of interesting, though, that none of them seemed to know about stars and stuff like that, and or a planet or whatever.
But she also went down into the hole
too.
Where
she asked for a 2-day break.
Yeah.
After because she had discovered who did all these murders after the funeral and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then she, like Captain Richter said, she went down really deep. And what happened?
Well, she was. It was the people who did this, who did the original Silo, were digging deeper, trying to find something, and they quit. They were just like, nothing ever happened. Everything filled up with water and stuff like that. But they keep all their relics down there. And so she found a relic with a duck.
Right.
So that's the mystery right now, to see what that duck's gonna do.
Little ducky.
Yeah, little ducky.
She's got to research it. Yeah, but go watch it. It's on Silo is on Apple Plus.
Yeah.
So go and check it out. Let's get into this unboxing.
Yeah, you can unbox him.
Let's do this. It is an official unboxing of the Imperial Death Trooper. Take a look at it. This one's going to be easier to open. Hopefully not that loud, but it sure is easier. Seems easier. I'll say that and then it won't be easy.
Yeah, I know, huh?
Spoke too soon. Mr. Captain Rick, so maybe you can take the guns out. Okay, here we go.
Well,
wow, he is Beautiful, nice black. Does he have a holster, a little spot to put one of his guns in there? I guess that you could maybe put one of the guns there.
Yep, he's got a small gun. Also got a rifle.
Yeah, the articulation's good as always. On the arms are usually always great, and the legs are usually a little stiff. Not too bad actually. This one's pretty good. Actually, it's really good. Even the legs on this one are pretty good. So, somebody want to say what a Imperial Death Trooper is? What the purpose of them are? I think I remember them from Rogue One, if I remember correctly. Okay, so and here's one of the accessories. It's a nice blaster. It's nice looking. And he's got a small one too, like a little. This one has a scope on it. Even though it's smaller, it has kind of a scope on it. I don't know. Maybe it could somehow. Sometimes these don't have places to put the weapons, and I don't like that. Not really. I don't know if I'd put it in there like that. I don't know what the purpose of this little... But I guess you could have it... Not do it in front of it. You could put the gun in his hand. Well, forget it. Maybe you could get it to put it... As you know, we have a rating system here, even for toys. Just like on the movies and also on the streaming shows and sci-fi movies. Our rating is still 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars is the best. I'm going to give Mr. Imperial Darth. Is that what it is, Darth?
Mm-hmm.
No, Imperial Death.
Death Trooper.
No, did I say Darth
Mm-hmm.
the whole time?
Yep.
Imperial Death Trooper. I'm going to give... I like the fact that it's nice and it's kind of like evil. But I wish it had more accessories. 2's, I guess, okay. But let's give it 4. I'm going to give it 4.25 stars. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
There you go. I got it in there.
Wow. Good for you.
I'll give this what'd you give it?
4.25.
I'm going to give it a 4.20.
Oh, less than me.
I don't like it that much.
I mean, I like the color.
Color's all right, but the articulation is not what I would think it would be.
Yeah, he got it to fit there. Not Darth Trooper. It's an Imperial Death Trooper. It's an Imperial Death Trooper, not Darth Trooper. Hey, Darth Sidious is here. Hello, Darth Sidious. Say hello, everybody. We hope you're doing well, too. I'm doing my Darth voice. It's nothing like James Earl Jones.
That's for sure.
Geez, thanks, Captain Rickster. We know it isn't.
You're welcome.
We know it isn't.
I see.
But it's still, get it, guys. Get it. It's good. It's going to look good. I can't wait till I put all my stormtroopers and Imperial Death Troopers and, Promorian, the red Promorian guards. I saw a blue one, too.
Yes, it's a blue
I
one.
want to get all of them and, have this big Imperial army of evil. I'm in a good mood today. Okay.
Stan Solis is other sci-fi news.
Oh, what's going on? Other sci-fi news. Oh,
yeah.
I know, Stan. I didn't bring this up, but the Halcyon Galactic Hotel or Star Cruiser is closing. You heard about that?
I heard about that one.
It's too expensive, guys. I mean, who could afford to pay $2,500 a night to stay and to have an adventure? Even if I could afford it, I wouldn't feel good about doing it.
No.
That's way too much money. You could spend, that's a plane ticket to Egypt and a trip of a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not that isn't an experience of a lifetime. It is, but
it is.
They need to if they could somehow repurpose it and make it an adventure hotel and lower the price a lot more,
like a way down.
like $500 a night, it would have sold. They would have made hundreds and just
more money than
so much money. They would be able. It'd be falling out of their pockets if they made it $500 a night. Because the standard price of a big hotel, even at Disney, is $500 a night, right?
Right.
To stay at the California Hotel here in Anaheim at the Disneyland Resort here, it's about $500 a night.
Right.
You could stay in other hotels outside of that for about $100, $150, $200. But if they just made it a little bit more expensive than a hotel, like I said, $500 a night or $250 a night or $500 a night would have been great. I would have done it. I would have spent $1,000 to go on an adventure like that. So hopefully they could repurpose it. Otherwise, maybe it'd close permanently. But I saw online that somebody had taken a picture from the outside, the Galactic Star Cruiser, and you know how when places close and they reopen for a Halloween store only during Halloween, someone had put one of those Halloween things like it. The Halloween store is gonna get in there and open up. That was kind of sad and funny all at the same time.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it's the prices, guys.
It's the price. Definitely the price.
It's the price is the whole thing. And yeah, I mean, and Stan just brought up something similar than what I was talking about. He could take a plane ride and take a trip to Paris, France, and also go to Disneyland there. And it would be the same price.
Yep.
But it'd have an adventure of a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they really, really, really did that mess up. Yeah, Stan putting up the spirit of Halloween. That's cool. You're exactly right, guys. Disney, you overdid it. And the only body that could go to it are very wealthy, are people that save their money, are influencers who got to go for free anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
I think we couldn't go, but we were actually offered a pass to go.
Yeah, we were offered a pass,
but we'd had to buy the plane ticket to go there, and we were too busy doing other stuff. That's why we didn't go at that time. But we could have been in there as one of the influencers and did it for free, but we'd had to get a hotel and get our flight over there. It was just too much. Darth Sidious agrees as well. They were fleecing everybody. I mean, it's too much. It's too much. I mean, at one point I thought that Galaxy's Edge, some of the stuff there was too expensive, but this hotel blew my mind. I mean, I at first was like, wow, it's $200 to build a lightsaber, but I thought, oh, it's a little expensive, but I could do it. It's $200, but not. It was just
not for that
the
night
writing's on the wall and they're closing it, but I guess it's sold out until it closes.
Yes, it's
because
sold out.
Everybody wants to try it. Who has a last chance? It's going to come back, guys. That's my guess. I'm going to say it now. It's going to be lower. It's going to be something else or something else.
Yep.
Star Wars related.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going to happen. So, yeah, the price and the woke thing. Yeah, go woke, go broke. Bud Beer, think they lost $15 billion so far.
Yeah, I'd believe that. That's why they're cutting that's why they're cutting a lot of people.
Yep. Yeah, the woke thing too is ridiculous
in
America. I mean, America's still the greatest. One of the greatest countries other than Canada and other. I mean, everybody thinks their country is the greatest.
Of course.
But there's a lot of opportunity here in America that you don't get in other countries.
That's true.
And a lot of opportunity. And sometimes we go with that. That's why you get the ridiculous and absurd thing we're talking about. If you get too free and your ideas are allowed to happen too much, these are the results. But I wouldn't change it. I'm happy to be an American, and I'm very blessed to live in this country. Unlike most people, and Captain Rickster as well is like me, we've traveled the world.
Oh, yes.
We see what it's like to be poor. We see kids on the street begging for food.
Yep.
We see kids that are starved, and I've been in Vietnam. I've traveled to orphanages, and I at one point it's like I almost started to break down last time I was in Vietnam, and even in Mexico. It's very depressing. I wish everybody could be, we got great things too. So I'm not going to keep going on and on about that.
Because the most depressing place I ever been to was in Africa.
Right.
That is definitely depressing.
Oh, Darcy says I'd pay the night to spend in an Ewok village. Hey, you know what though, Darth? They're supposed to have for the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. They are going to have something that's going to happen up where they were shooting Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
And they've even built the walkways and stuff, even though they weren't really there. They built all that so people could be up in the trees like the Ewoks were up there. But I don't know if there's a hotel or you could spend the night in it. But you could actually go on a walking tour and be up in the trees like Return of the Jedi up in Northern California. So you might want to look into that. I saw something online about that. And they're doing it for the 40th anniversary, which just happened, by the way. Happy May 25th, which was today's the 27th.
Yeah.
We're 2 days late. So, but May 25th is what a lot of people consider the real Star Wars Day, because May 25th is when the original Star Wars came out.
That's right.
And a lot of the Star Wars movies were released on May 25th. May 25th. I think I think someone told me it was someone's birthday too is involved. I don't know if it was John Williams or who it was. Someone's birthday is May 25th. Someone big in Star Wars too. So, which is cool. Yeah, he went to Target and saw a shirt about trans stuff. Yeah. Hopefully, Stan says, hopefully Disney isn't making the prices up there for the Ewok Village stay.
No,
I don't think so. I think it's some city thing. It's related to the city because there was some council. And you know where I saw it? I think I saw it on Kevin Thompson's Facebook page. Yeah. So if you guys know Kevin Thompson, he did a lot of the stunts in Return of the Jedi. He was a Chubray, the Ewok, and he's now got an official name and he also played Chukatrok, the Ewok that died in Caravan of Courage.
Right.
But Kevin, if you want to look him up on Facebook, his name is Kevin Thompson. He had some stuff posted there. What a great guy Kevin Thompson is. Great family, great man.
Oh, yes. Very.
And I think he recently wrote a book. We need to have him. We need to have him on our show, Captain Rickster, to talk about his book. Let's try to do that in the next few weeks. Help him promote his book. And then you guys could ask questions if you want us to have Kevin Thompson to talk about Return of the Jedi stunts and the Ewok movies, put it in the comments. Oh, Frank Oz. It was his birthday.
Yeah.
That's who it was. Thank you, Stan, for mentioning that. I knew it was someone Star Wars related. But yeah, he did. He did a lot of stuff. But let me know. I'd like to have him on, and then you guys could also ask them questions about that. He read his book. Oh, Stan already had him on his podcast. That's great.
Okay, good.
So that's basically it for this week, guys. Next week we'll have a little bit more to talk about because we're going to review The Little Mermaid, which is Captain Rickster's new name. He's the Little Mermaid. And we'll also have the latest episode of Silo, all the latest sci-fi news that's coming out. We'll talk about a lot of stuff. But remember, the Force is with us always.
Yes.
Live long and prosper. Yes. And God bless you guys. He used to play basketball for a living. That's right. He was on the Hollywood Shorties.
Yes, he was.
And they used to go around and play basketball. Tony Cox from the Ewok movies as well. Was also in Bad Santa and Me, Myself, and Irene. He was the little person in that. With Jim Carrey. Tony Cox also was on that team.
Yep.
Did anyone hear about the first shark attack? No, I didn't hear about that, Dante.
Summer? No,
didn't hear about that. But yeah, next week, again, we'll have more to talk about next week. If you guys have any shows you want us to watch and review, let us know as well. Send us a message or put it in the comments below if there's something we missed, because there's so much sci-fi out in Captain Rickster that it's hard to keep track of everything.
I know.
So what else you got to say, Captain Rickster? You sign off. Go ahead and sign us off.
Go ahead. Everybody have a great weekend. Actually, a great Memorial Day weekend here.
Yes. By the way, thank you, Captain Rickster, for serving.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. I ain't dead yet, but that's what this is all about.
No, it's about the people that died when they were serving. Yeah.
Yes. Have a great weekend. Come back next week. We'll have a lot more content. This week has been kind of real busy We've been doing a lot.
We
of,
apologize for coming on late, guys.
Yeah, we probably have to come on late because we've been so busy this whole week.
Yep.
And next week looks like it might be busy also again, but
we at least have
but
Monday to relax.
We have Monday to relax, so we do things like that,
Hey, yeah. Stan Solo, your daughter's visiting from New Jersey. That's
Good.
great. It's always great.
Yes.
Always great to have your kids back and
Yes,
family.
it is. Well, have a great weekend, guys. Stay safe. Come back. We'll party on next week.
There you go. Captain Rickster, Dante's thanking you for your service as well.
Thank you.
All right. All right, guys. Till next week. That's us signing off. See you later.
See you later.
The following feature presentation is part of the All for Sci-Fi Podcast Network.